Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. How are you? It's a wonderful Tuesday evening. So very, very glad that you are all here. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to Tuesday Night Live in the night. I hope you're all doing well. It is the very last day of June, and honestly, I'm kind of excited to turn the page on the calendar. June is always a busy month around here. Our house with birthdays, family gatherings, routines getting flipped upside down. We haven't been quite as dialed in as we normally are, or like to be, I should say. But tomorrow, July 1st, feels like a great opportunity to reset, get back into the normal rhythm. And that got me thinking about something I believe we all need to hear from time to time. And that's starting. Whether you're brand new to keto, carnivore, or simply trying to eat healthier. Whether you're someone who's been doing this for years or just had a rough month, the advice, or lack thereof advice in this instance here, is we are not providing any medical advice, as we are not doctors, lawyers, healthcare professionals, but the information that we would provide is remarkably similar, whether you're starting or just starting over. As we tend to overcomplicate the beginning because we've been taught that every diet has to be difficult. It's like the idea that medicine, if it doesn't taste bad, it's not going to work. We have to count calories and measure portions, and you have to stay hungry and white-knuckle your way through it. Now, I don't think that that's how long-term success is built. And most of you, I'm sure, in this chat would agree with me. At least I assume so, right? So instead, I really think that we should make it as simple as possible. Eat meat, eat eggs, include healthy fats. And if you can tolerate vegetables, enjoy them. Add some cheese if that works for you. But most importantly, stay hydrated. Don't forget your electrolytes. As in my experience, a lot of what people call the keto flu is made much more manageable by paying attention to hydration and electrolytes. And if you're hungry, here's a novel idea: eat. If you're craving something that doesn't fit your plan, don't just try to out-willpower the craving. Have some eggs, cook a few burger patties, make some bacon, drink some electrolytes. Then let your body catch up. Because if you're anything like me and you've struggled with food addiction or always felt like you had to eat until you were absolutely stuffed, bursting at the seams, keeping things simple can actually work in your favor. You don't need to jump into fasting on day one. You don't even need to chase perfection. You don't need to earn your food. You just need to keep making the next good decision. Today, I made breakfast for everyone in about 30 minutes. Eggs and cheese for the girls, coffee for Chandra and myself, 4 quarter-pound burger patties in the air fryer for me, and I made some Kirkland sausages that I got on clearance or whatever. They were $5 for the big, giant Costco package, right? I picked those up on clearance. It wasn't fancy, but it was quick, filling, and I haven't eaten anything else today outside of even some of the coffee, but I spilt most of it on me and had to change and shower and do all that stuff, right? I had to sit in it because I had a baby, and I couldn't just get up with the baby. The baby had just gone to sleep. So I had the big girl bring me some paper towels, and we shoved those in. Luckily, we've got a pleather armchair, so it's not as catastrophic as it would have been had it been something else, right? But that's the kind of cooking that fits real life. And here's the beautiful part, right? Restarting looks exactly the same as starting. Maybe June didn't go exactly as you hoped. Maybe yesterday wasn't your best day. None of that changes what you do tonight or tomorrow. And you don't need a cleanse, a detox, or some complicated restart protocol. You simply begin again. One meal, one decision, one day at a time. And that's how lasting change happens. And I truly believe every single person listening tonight is capable of it. It doesn't take some willpower person who can do and outlast everybody. You don't have to worry about it. Just make eating your food as simple as you can. Eat as much as you need to. Make sure to get those electrolytes in. Have plenty of food available. If you're just starting, go buy an obscene amount of eggs from Walmart. Frozen burger patties. Even if you're getting the pre-cooked chicken chunks, from the middle aisle of the freezer section that has some trash in it. It's as long as it's pretty low carb, you're going to be okay. I'm not talking about chicken nuggets. I'm talking about just the fajita strips. Or get some steakums. Whatever it is you need to get by. Because whatever you can do to set yourself up for success, every little win you can set yourself up with is going to make monumental difference down the line. And it's really as easy as that. Now let's jump in. Let's talk. I do have to make sure that I am apologizing. I did have an email that I got a couple of days ago that I haven't looked back at, and I apologize. I saw that I got it, and I just wanted to... Let me make sure I'm looking at this correctly here. Hold on one second. Let's see. I want to make sure that Emily sent me an email, and I saw it. I haven't forgot about you, so please forgive my tardiness in replying to you. I'll be getting to that as soon as I get a chance, maybe after this live here. But I just want to make sure you know that I did not forget about you. Let me scroll up to see who all is here today. Ooh, lots of you are here today. Evelyn is the number one. Hello, Evelyn. Good to see you, my dear. And Sean is here. Hello, Mr. Bradley. How are you? And Mr. Twinbrook Acres Rick is here. Good day, sir. How are you? And Evelyn says, come on in. Click that like button. Yes. This is deja vu again. Deja vu. And Maritza is here. Good evening, dear. How are you? Yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. And Lynn is here. Hello, Lynn. Miss 22Q Cat, how are you? Oh, let's see who's going on. If you have a question, yes. If you have a question, put QQQ or question at the beginning, and I will see it, and we will answer it to the best of my ability. Holly Springer is here. Hello, dear. How are you? So very glad to see you. Really floating through these. And Amy is here. Amy and Christy had a wonderful live this evening. If you have a chance, go and watch the replay if you didn't watch it already. They're fantastic together. Wonderful, wonderful ladies in this community. Let's see who else is here. Mr. Jeff Fafa is in the house. How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. And Donna Ray is here. Bacon Runner, Miss Donna Ray. How are you? Once again, no notification. I'm so very sorry, dear. I didn't put this live out until like 5:30, so that might have something to do with the notifications and such. Jeff got his keto chow order yesterday. 2 black licorice shakes in the fridge. But that's okay. That's okay. And Helix is here. Wow, I'm good and on time today. Yes. Welcome, dear. How are you? And Mr. Just Jason Keto has joined us. Hello, my friend. How are you? From the Great White North. And Brian Airy is here. Good evening, my friend. How are you? And Sunny is here. Good evening, Sunny. How are you? And Isabel is here. Good morning. I'm so used to saying good morning. Good evening, Isabel. How are you? Jennifer Lucas is here. T-Bone Tuesday. Well, how about that? T-Bone Tuesday. It's got a nice ring to it. Andy is here. Hello. Hello, Grandma, my lady. Andy, how are you? And how is that baby? Yes. Marathon Sparrow is here. Hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you. I don't know if I've seen you before. If I have, my apologies. But welcome nonetheless. I love new faces. Tell your friends. Bring them on in. I'm a chatty Cathy, so I need new people. Beverly is here. Hello, Beverly. How are you? Welcome, my dear. Glad to see you. Chris Cook in Nashville is here. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. If you haven't had an opportunity, Mr. Chris Cook in Nashville had a live just before mine, kind of getting back to the original Tuesday extravaganza that we used to have. He had a live, a lot of things going on with him. Go take a listen. Go take a watch of that. Also, he has a secondary channel, That Chris, and he has some cool content coming and planned for that channel as well. Some good stuff up there already. Go take a watch to that. A lot of great things for Chris in the works. He's got a cookbook coming out. He's got next year, he has a cooking extravaganza set up with Jenny Middich, all revolving around meat stock. So there's a lot going on there. Go in and get some tickets for that. They've got a couple of tickets available with a discount if they're not already gone already. He announced that in his live just before here. So be mindful of that. I'm already getting FOMO from all of that stuff. Yes, baby Snuggles. Everybody loves baby Snuggles, and she's the cutest baby. She loves me. She gets so excited to see me. There's nothing better than when a baby recognizes you and has so much excitement in their eyes and their face, and they're just trying to get to you. And it's just like an overwhelming joy. It's like so much, like, I don't even have words to describe it. But she's great. And Jackie is here. Hello, Jackie. Jaqueline, everybody. Say hello to Jaqueline, everybody. Jaqueline, and here's Shauna, air frying auntie. Hello, dear. How are you feeling? I'm glad to see you. And Christy is here. I was just talking about Christy, her and Amy doing the things. Christy is also known as like the Picanha Princess, or however you want to, Picanha Queen or Picanha Princess, however you want to put that. All you wonderful people are in here. Just chatting up a storm. Fuzzy Adventures 1990 is here. Hello. How are you, Fuzzy Adventures? So very glad to see you, my friend. All right. Jennifer Lucas says, when I get lazy, it's just beef in the air fryer for me. Couldn't be more simple. I lose interest in food when it gets too hot outside. That's my thing. Like, literally threw the 4 beef patties in the air fryer today. I set it at 5 minutes. Now, with the preheat, I don't know how long the preheat takes, but I got to about halfway and I flipped them over, and then I just put cheese on them and let them cook the rest of the way. And then I pulled those out and had those sausages. Then I had my coffee. Fantastic. Easy. I might be a little hungry, so I might have some. I haven't had scrambled eggs in a while, so I might have myself some scrambled eggs after this. It's been a minute. It's been a little while since I've had some scrambled eggs. Kind of feeling it. Marathon Sparrow's question. Tell me the patties in the air fryer process. Okay. I take them from frozen. I get the square. So I've been buying the square patties from Walmart because they fit in the air fryer. It's got one of those square basket air fryers. I just got it from Costco for like $45 because it was cheap and my old one was dying. Like, it just wasn't cooking the way that it was supposed to. So I take the 4 meat patties, throw them in there, set it at 400 degrees. I set it for 5 minutes. Mine has a preheat function, and it takes 5-ish minutes to preheat, and then get to 400 degrees, and then it cooks the patties, and they're not underdone. They're perfect. I didn't even have to leave. I think they were in there for the full 5 minutes on top of the preheat, and they came out perfect. But again, with your air fryer, depending on what you have, your model and all that, the power, I would play around with it a little bit because you may not want them that done, that kind of thing. But yeah. No, you are so welcome, Christy. So very welcome. And Robin says, question. So on the keto side of questions, is rice on the menu? Also, how do you feel about almond flour? Rice on the menu. Now, typically I would say no. Though a couple of times a year we go get sushi and we have the rice with it. But again, that's a decision that we make. But I would say keto, or for keto in of itself, rice is a no-go, even if you're looking at the idea of the resistant starch. So if you've cooked it, put it in the fridge, and then reheated it the next day, there's supposed to be the resistant starch. I don't buy into that very much. Most people I've seen that utilize CGMs have seen no change in the impacts of the rice, whether it's freshly cooked or the resistant style, or the resistant starch, like cooled and then cooked again. They haven't seen any differences on their CGM. Same thing with the bread. Like if you keep your bread in the refrigerator or something like that, and then you toast it afterwards, it doesn't change anything. So I would say that is, really all depends on what your goals are, how strict you are. Rice as a whole food. Rice is a whole food, and I would say that if we are looking at the proper human diet spectrum here, all the way to the far right of whole food single ingredient, rice is a single ingredient, but is it low carb? How many carbs are in rice? How much are you actually going to get out of it? And if you're trying to keep your carbohydrates below 100 or below 50, if you're on that far on the edge of the scale, then it really comes down to your preferences and where you are with your metabolic health. For us, the average day, absolutely not. Rice is just out of the question. And how do I feel about almond flour? In the beginning, almond flour, we made all kinds of things with almond flour. Do we use it now? No, we don't. It's just a thing we don't use now. So, we just don't use it now. And Jason says, not so white north at the moment, more like melting. It's 88 degrees and it's after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. So I understand. It was 90 for most of the day here. I did not step outside of the house today. It's not my bag, you know what I mean? It's just not my thing to step outside and melt. And Evelyn loves our Tuesday night lineup, y'all. I love it. Then after this, I imagine Chris and Miriam will be live for a little bit. Right now, give or take somewhere in this time frame, Russ is live on his keto cookout over at Homesick Buckeye. All kinds of people are here. Fantastic. She says, yes, I'm new here. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that very much, more than you know. Always seeing new faces is very awesome. Amy says, I would love to go to Meatstock. I would love to go to Meatstock, but that's a major financial undertaking to buy tickets to. It's a lot. I wish I had the resources to be able to pull it off. And just Jason Keto says, show of hands from this year's KPL friends. Everybody raise your hands who's going to the KPL. PG Talks is here. Hello, my friend. How are you? I was chatting away in his live. I think it was either yesterday or the night before. He's got a great new channel just doing, I think he's 21 days carnivore now. I think that's where you are, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know. 71. Oh, it's 71 where you are. Let me know how many days you have done carnivore, where you are. And I'm glad that you're here. And any questions you have, let us know. Christy, a.k.a. Lady Bacania. There we go. Yes. Shauna says, still too warm to cook here. Dinner will be a keto chow shake or scrambled burger and maybe fried egg on it. Oh, and bacon. Of course, bacon. Duh. Marisa says 32 people watching, 16 likes. Let's get these likes up. I love it. And Uncle Charlie is here. Make sure we use a done hair. Go visit our friend. When we're done here, visit our friend Russ at Homesick Buckeye. Yeah, I don't always get a chance to make it. By the time I get over there, he's done. But we love Russ. Russ is amazing. He's a great, great man. And Jaheel is here. I just want to publicly reveal that Auntie Evelyn and I met up and had a pillow fight. but they filled their pillows with bricks. So I'm in the ER now, but we're still besties for life. Oh, I love you, Jahil. I love you so much. And Evelyn says, we are still having leftover taco fixins. I can speak English. I promise. I know how to speak. Beef and chicken thighs. That sounds phenomenal. I love it. And PG's talking about what's a KC shake? It's a keto chow shake. So there's all kinds of different flavors of keto chow, like black licorice, which is bleh. But then there is red licorice. These are the new flavors right now. Not new, they're returning flavors, but they are very, very limited time, very low quantities. And then there are things like peppermint. What is this one? Gingerbread. I've got it. The stuff comes into this office and I never take it back downstairs. We've got carrot cake and orange cream. I've got a ton of flavors up here. I've got, what else I got? Chocolate malt and coconut cream pie. Now, the thing that I love about keto chow is not only the fact that they have a lot of flavors, but it is a very, very extremely low carb shake. Like, usually for the entire shake, it's about 7 total carbs. If you're using butter, I like using a butter. Melt the butter, heat the water, put them together, and then put them in a blender, blend them up, and then put them in the fridge for the next day. They do take a little bit of prep, or you can drink them hot. I like them hot sometimes. Same thing, blend them up, hot water, melted butter, mix them in, 28 ounce, like one of those 28 ounce blender bottles. Yeah, I love it. And PG says, I'm going to have to go more keto at some point. This meat only is wearing on me. Well, I think the idea that having a scale, because meat only, keto, it's all the same. It's all on the spectrum, right? The proper human diet spectrum. So there's like all the way from, like I was talking about whole foods. Like, now, are you going to be in ketosis eating like steak or like roast potatoes and carrots and such? It's possible. Depends on where you are when you start. All the way to something like Michaela Peterson, or whatever her last name is now, doing the lion diet, just beef, water, and salt. And then in the middle, there's keto, ketovore, carnivore, and all that stuff. So I think being able to kind of hone in where you need to be on that spectrum is such a huge advantage, because again, not everybody's going to want to be carnivore their entire life. Not everybody's going to want to be keto their entire life. A lot of people will start keto and they'll kind of slowly start inching towards carnivore. That's what happened to me. We started again keto in 2016. Towards the end of 2016, we're coming up on our 10 years here, and I am more carnivore now than I've ever been. And it's not because that's what I feel I should do. That's just what's easiest. It just is the easiest. And it works for me. And I think dialing in and getting a chance to know who you are, getting to know yourself, I think that's very valuable, especially in the beginning, kind of what we were talking about at the start of this live stream. In the beginning, you have to figure out who you are. You have to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you're going to be able to sustain, what's going to sustain you. Do you like eggs? Do you not like eggs? What kind of cuts of beef do you like? Do you only like steak? Can you get by with, do you have to go and find a butcher to find picanha? Are you okay with frozen burger patties? Are you okay with hot dogs? Are you okay with chicken thighs and chicken legs? We eat ground beef. We eat like just chuck roast and we cut it to thin strips and cook it. Comes out pretty tender if you cook it real thin. Whatever we can find the cheapest. And we have eggs. Not so much bacon anymore. We do eat bacon from time to time. Sometimes pork belly from time to time. Eggs. And then we have chicken thighs. A lot of butter bob chicken thighs. They're delicious. And mind your business, Mr. Jahil says, hi, it's a party up in here. Let's dance. I do agree that it's a party. Let's dance. And Evelyn says, yeah, but they were keto bricks, Jahil. You were supposed to eat them. I love it. They filled their pillowcases with keto bricks. I actually don't have any keto bricks up here. But one thing I was telling you about PJ Talks, I was telling you about electrolytes and Salty. So what I use Salty, this brand right here. And this is the great flavor. This is one of the new permanent flavors that they have. And if you look at this, you can see it's got 169 milligrams of sodium, 409 milligrams of potassium, and 178 milligrams of magnesium. I do believe that as far as the potassium and the magnesium goes, for the money, you're getting the most of these two ingredients for your money. Now, Element will have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, which is LMNT, but you have to buy four boxes to equal the price, to get the price down to one bag of these. Now, I do have a discount code. You can save 10% on these. The same thing with Keto Chow. I do have a discount code. You can go to my link at ketosimple.shop, click on it. You can buy Salty and Keto Chow and save 10%. I am an affiliate with them, so there will be a kickback for me. But, yeah. There are lots and lots of electrolyte options. I've just found that I have tons of them downstairs. I have Perfect Keto. I have Element. I have Redmond's Relight. I have Salty out the wazoo. I have all of the different brands. We have Liquid IV downstairs. We kind of cycle through all of them. But I still come back to Salty because it's a mild flavor. It's not overwhelming. It's not super salty. And they do have a clean slate that I like as well. And I like to support the company. They're a good company. Chris and Miriam are great. They're nice people. And Marathon Sparrow says, awesome. Thanks. You are so very welcome. And Miss Exposing Darkness, Stephanie is here. Good evening, dear. How are you? Welcome. I'm so very glad to see you. And Helix has another question. All righty. She says, there's something really good about jasmine rice. I agree. I really like jasmine rice. I was asking because my son is a keto kid at my house. For me, rice is a hard pass because it'll pass right through me. Right. Yeah. I mean, I love jasmine rice. It tastes delicious to me. Now, a lot of people may disagree that rice tastes good, but I enjoy rice. Do I eat it? No, because it doesn't fit my lifestyle. It doesn't fit where I'm at. And I don't know do I have rice from occasion? Yes, on occasion we have rice. We had Thai food for my birthday. So, yeah. And Helix has another question. Is jasmine rice better for the realistically, rice is rice. I think when you're dealing with like white rice versus brown rice, I think brown rice has other issues with it. I don't necessarily think it's better. Some people will think that it's better, but I don't think that it is. I figure if you have metabolic dysfunction, that rice in of itself is not going to be a good plan for you or a good part of your plan. Because again, if you pop on a CGM, you're probably going to notice that your sugars go through the roof. But again, that's a decision that you have to make, and you have to come to the understanding of, will it fit your lifestyle? And if it doesn't, It's probably not a good idea. But for your son, your kid, for a kids that's active and doesn't have any metabolic issues, I don't see, that's up to you though. That's completely up to you and your parenting and how you want to feed your kid. But I would not, I don't see a problem with rice here and there. It's got to be better than cereal, right? But it's still a carbohydrate. And again, we want to make sure we're not overloading our kids with carbohydrates. Yeah, and Sean is telling PG that the live after this one is or the Chris and Miriam from Keto Chow, they'll go live, and they go into the nerdy stuff. They talk about, who's buying, like what's selling and all that stuff, any new things, any of the new stuff that's going on. They talk about all kinds of cool stuff. I learned so much from them, like why maltodextrin is used in products, like why when you go and you purchase Splenda packets, it's dextrose and maltodextrin. Well, the reason for that is Splenda is sucralose, and sucralose is like 1,000 times sweeter than sugar. So you need just a teeny tiny little drop of it for a whole packet, but you got to put that drop across. You got to spray it onto maltodextrin and dextrose, let it dry, and then it becomes the powder that goes in the packet. Because otherwise, it's such a small amount they couldn't measure it. So you buy the squeeze. So if you buy like a little squeeze jar like this one, like this is like an orange Walmart flavor or whatever. If you have like this, like just sucralose, it's going to be like this much sucralose, and then the rest is water. Because again, it's so sweet, they have to mix it with something. So then it's mostly water, because otherwise you couldn't measure it. So kind of a little insight there. Karen Harrington's in the house. Hello, glad to see you. Yeah, PJ said at 71 where he's at. Yeah, we were in the 60s, 68, 69, in the 50s in the morning, and all of a sudden it's like 90. So that's what's the difficult part about it. It goes 69 in the daytime, maybe 72 to 90. And then you're like, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Yeah, Meat Stock is a giant, like they're going for 6,000 people next year. That's a lot of people. That's crazy. I know I get overwhelmed at Ketopalooza with 350 people. I couldn't imagine going to something that's 3,000 to 6,000 people. Woo. And Jahil says, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense now, Evelyn, as to why the pillow smelled like meat frozen into bricks. Oh, my bruise is just healed, and I'm leaving the ER while typing this. Okay. Well, they're like chocolate fat, like big bricks of fat bombs. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to Low Carb for Better Health. I want to go to Low Carb for Better Health. I'm trying to go to Ketopalooza. I kind of want to go, and I don't want to miss out on all the fun things happening at Meat Stock and all the people going to be there. I'm a people person. I need to be around people. And when people are gathering and I'm not involved, I feel very sad and left out. Oh, it's very hard on me. Like if I can't go to a meetup, I feel left out. I do have FOMO. My kids are in here and they're talking. And Beverly says, I wish I can't stop. I need another 100 pounds gone, and time's not on my side. I'm at this 10 years and still not to my goal weight. So I understand. I understand so much. And Steph is going to Meat Stock next year. Steph has got it going on. And PG says, yep, currently at 23 days today. Thank you for the support. 100%. That's what this community is all about. It's support. It's making sure that if you're starting, or whether you're like you're 23 days in, or if you're 10 years in, or like Rick, Charger Mopar Rick, he's like 40 years in. We're here for you. And Amy says, I'm looking for a female roommate at HYH in Tampa to hack your health in Tampa to save money. Yeah, I have my Keto Palooza hotel booked since when they went on sale, and I need a roommate. If I don't know how I'm going to afford it regardless, but still, like the hotel's like $700. Like, ooh. And I'm going to miss like the first day because my son's getting married the first day. So, yes. And Mr. Rick has got to take care. He's going to take care of Aldi to pack for my flight tomorrow. You're coming back to Indiana. Safe travels, my friend. And Aaron, the carnivore-ish guy, is here. Hello, Aaron. How are you doing, my friend? Glad you could make it. And Maritza says, I had 5 eggs and 4 hot dogs this morning and just now getting hungry. Yeah, I understand. Evelyn says, give me all your black licorice. And PJ's asking, which one is the best? Which one is the best? What? You're talking about keto chow, salty? I'm very, very curious. And Lewis is here. Hi, friends. I'm listening to. Well, thank you, Lewis, for being here, my friend. Glad that you could make it. Glad that you were listening. And we know Lynn is excited because that's who Rick is coming to see. Rick is coming to Indiana to see Lynn. Oh, it's so cute. Brian Aries in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? And Shauna's telling PG that her favorite is caramel macchiato, which I make hot with coffee almost every morning. If we're talking about keto chow, my favorite flavor of keto chow is probably just original chocolate. Hot. It's delicious. I also really like pecan sticky bun. I need to give the strawberry another go and see how I feel about strawberry because I love like strawberry milk. Yeah. What else do I have over here? Another carrot cake. I've got a look, salty packets here. I've got salty over here. Oh my goodness. I got my Meat Life shirt from my buddy Chris. If you don't know, get a Meat Life shirt. I don't have the link this time. I have to go find it. It's in a messenger. But if you want it, it says it has beef, butter, bacon, and eggs on the back. It's a pretty sweet shirt. She mixes it with coffee. I mix mine with hot water and butter and drink it hot. I mix it with boiling water and drink it as a nightcap type thing is how I do it. And Shauna says, oh, yes. 5 years ago when I first tried keto chow, it was hot in summer, so cold shake in the AM was great, but I needed my hot coffee. Best decision ever. I mean, if you could even do like iced coffee with it, really. You can use cold coffee. I guess you could mix it with cold coffee. I don't know. I've never made it like that. BJ says, I just want to wait till I lose the weight and then I'll probably go ketovore. Yeah, I mean, really, see, I think for a lot of people, you're going to find that the weight is not even secondary, not even tertiary. It's going to be just one of those things where you kind of show up trying to lose weight, but there's so many other benefits that you're going to the mental clarity, like just the satiety, like regaining satiety where you're not hungry all the time, like where you don't feel like you're going to die if you don't eat 4 or 5 times a day. You're just not, I'm very rarely am I hungry. Most of the time when I'm eating, it's because it's like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I have something to do at 7. If I don't eat now, then I probably won't get to eat till tomorrow. Or I'll end up eating something stupid that I shouldn't. So like today, I ate earlier in the day because on Tuesdays, I know that I start moderating lives and then I have my live and then there's lives after this and the wife just like plays pickleball and then she's out and then it's just it's kind of like a busy type of thing on a Tuesday. So I ate earlier today. And Aaron says, I agree. Yeah, just what you can do. I mean, figuring out where you fit in that spectrum and where you live and you just don't have to think about it anymore. That's one of the biggest gifts I think you can find. I think I don't know how else to explain it. And Jael says, Dustin, since you're so cool, my kids would disagree. Can you come cool down New Jersey with your I don't think New Jersey has any hope. I don't think there's any hope for New Jersey with your presence. It's about to get into the hundreds, and I don't want my plans to die. Please help us. From your biggest fan of the Garden State, Timmy. I love you, Timmy. But I don't think I have anything to help that. I mean, put a dome around your plants and then air condition them. Like a biodome. Oh, I bet you could probably get, I bet you can get, Pauly Shore to help you with that. And Stephen Baldwin. Evelyn says, if I had chicken legs, I'd own it, but I don't. What? I don't know what's going on. Oh. Okay, PG Talk says, I heard Element lied about not having sugar in their mix. Now, here is kind of the high level. So, Element utilizes natural flavors. And they sweeten their mix with stevia. Now, they have to use a binder to bind the natural flavors to. So they use maltodextrin. Now, when we first heard that there was maltodextrin in Element, they told us, and they were very adamant about the idea that there was only 4 milligrams of maltodextrin per packet, which meant for a teaspoon, I think it was for 1 gram of maltodextrin was spread across 1,000 packets. So I made a video about that, and I'm like, look, they're saying that it's 4 milligrams per packet of maltodextrin. It's insignificant. It's very little. Because you have to get 1 gram of maltodextrin, you gotta have 1,000 packets. But then the actual controversy was that they realized that instead of 4 milligrams, it was anywhere from 250 milligrams to 450 milligrams, maybe even 500 milligrams. So anywhere from 1/4 of a gram to 1/2 a gram of maltodextrin in each packet. Still relatively insignificant for the average consumer. The only people who care are us. And in the grand scheme of their consumer base, we don't matter that much. We don't impact their pocketbook that much. Because a lot of people who don't live a ketogenic lifestyle still utilize their packets. Now, in the grand scheme of things, is 1/2 a gram of maltodextrin a huge deal? If maltodextrin doesn't impact you that much, it's not a huge deal. But they released a blog post, and you couldn't just go on their website and find the blog post. You had to know it was there and search for it. That's what drove me crazy. So in the grand scheme of things, the average consumer still doesn't care. But there are a couple of other companies out there. Salty is a company. And when they were first looking into this, they didn't know about maltodextrin. They had maltodextrin in the early releases of Keto Chow. And I don't know if Salty, I think when they were putting Salty together, I think that's kind of when they were aware of it. and they were like, how do we make this without using maltodextrin? And the manufacturers were like, what do you mean? Why does it matter? Manufacturers don't know. They don't have any understanding. So Chris worked with the manufacturers, got it to where they don't have any maltodextrin. There's actually a little bit of a trick. If you're not sure if something has maltodextrin in it, you can take like a packet of whatever electrolytes you have, put it into a cup of water, a little bit of water, doesn't have to be very much. Make sure it's mixed pretty good, and then put a couple of drops of iodine into it. And if it turns like magenta, you know that there is maltodextrin in there. Now, is maltodextrin, so maltodextrin is not classified as a sugar. Now, the problem with maltodextrin is it's not classified as a sugar, so it's in all kinds of sugar-free products. And in some of the sugar-free products, it's the majority of the product. Like if you go and look at like the powdered sugar-free Lipton iced tea, like the instant iced tea that's sweetened with like sucralose or whatever, and you look at the first ingredient is not tea. The first ingredient is maltodextrin. Again, because they use it as a carrier for the flavor and the sweetener. And most people outside of our community have no clue or a care about it. So they don't realize that as soon as it hits your saliva, it turns into something that can spike glucose, it can spike your insulin, it can cause all kinds of issues. But the average person has no understanding. Now, somebody who wears a CGM may have an understanding. They will probably figure it out. Every time I drink this Lipton iced tea that has no sweetener in it or that's sugar-free, and my insulin or my CGM goes through the roof, then they'll start to figure it out. But yeah, that's kind of the whole story of Element. Kind of long-winded. I meant to be a little shorter than that, but that's I have the gift of gab, okay? And Lance is here. Hello, Lance. How are you doing, my friend? And PG says, yeah, I had to try salty at some point. 100%. Yes, please do. Yeah, maltodextrin is it's made from corn, typically. It's a carrier. It's a bulking agent. Again, because when you're looking at something like sucralose, like Splenda or Equal, or any of those like little packets of artificial sweeteners, the actual sweetener inside that packet is such a small amount that they can't even really truly measure it. What they have to do is then take a measurement of so much. They take all this maltodextrin on a conveyor belt and spray the flavor or the sweetener across it, and then they powder it up, and they're able to then measure that and put that into the packet. Otherwise, like I said, when you're getting the liquid sweeteners, it's like probably not even 1% of the bottle is the sweetener, and the rest of it's water. Like this, I think ingredient number 1 is water. Yeah, water and citric acid. So, yeah. So that's what maltodextrin is, but maltodextrin is not classified as a sweetener or as a sugar by the FDA. That's why you can find it in so many sugar-free products, even diabetic products. But as soon as it hits saliva, it then transforms into sugar. It's kind of like bread, like white bread. White bread's not considered a sugar, but it'll sure spike your glucose as soon as it hits your saliva. I mean, it's a carbohydrate, obviously, but maltodextrin doesn't even qualify as a carbohydrate. That's the issue. And Airfine Auntie's asking, do you have the link for Keto Chow? Yeah, it's in ketosimple.shop. But I can put it, it's a weird link. Let me see if I can put it in here for you guys. course, it's going to make me log back in. Ain't nobody got time for this. It'll take me just a couple of seconds here to sign into this thing. I'm not a fan of this portal, this whole thing. And here is the link, boys and ghouls. That's my Keto Chow affiliate link if you want to order some from me. Or you can go to ketosymbol.shop and it should show up. Or you can search my name and Linktree and it should pop up as well. Yeah. Yeah, maltodextrin does have a glycemic index, unfortunately, of a 110. So glucose is 100, table sugar is about 50, and 50 to 60, and maltodextrin, even though it's not considered a sweetener or a sugar or a carbohydrate by the FDA. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And Jahil says, "Hi, Evelyn. My papa says you're a nice person. He's in the bathroom making noises." Oh, my goodness. Oh, Timmy, I'm just doing my kindergarten homework because I'm 5. I hope all is well. Yay, crayons and Sesame Street. You are ridiculous. And Shauna's taking her tablet to the kitchen so she can start cooking her bacon. Yeah, I mean, we still have Element in the house. I'm not afraid of it. I mean, a half a gram of that stuff is not the end of the world. It's actually less in a packet of Element than in a packet of Splenda. In a packet of Splenda, it's like 98% maltodextrin. It's a gram. And so it's like basically 1 gram of maltodextrin in a packet of Splenda. And people put 3, 4, 5 packets of that into their coffee every day. So I'm not too worried. I tend to not worry too much about that type of thing. I mean, am I going to buy Element? Probably not. They do have a lemonade salt that allegedly does not contain maltodextrin, but that's for some reason the only flavor they have right now that doesn't, from what I understand. I know they have a new tea flavor, like a lemon iced tea, like a lemonade iced tea. I don't know if it has maltodextrin in it yet. I haven't had anybody confirm or say anything about it yet. But yeah, it's like the same thing for me where people get all bent out of shape about iodized sea salt. Because iodized sea salt has dextrose in it. And dextrose is sugar. The reason why iodized sea salt has dextrose in it is they bind the dextrose to the sodium to keep the iodine from, like, kind of just evaporating off the salt. But one thing that I understand about this is, for like, I buy the iodized sea salt from Walmart for like $3. It's like 21 ounces. And you would say, how much dextrose is actually in like a 21 ounce container of iodized. And the number is such an insignificant number. It's like a quarter of a gram for the entirety of the container of iodized sea salt. So 21 ounces is, so in 21 ounces, there's 24 gram or 0.24 grams of dextrose. That's less dextrose or less sugar that's in one egg. So I don't worry about that type of stuff. Some people will. Now, it's probably a better thing to worry about what plastics might be in it than the amount of dextrose. But again, this all kind of comes into, when you're first starting out and you're first trying to learn about things, and you'll learn things and you'll get a panic about it. Like, oh no, like, I don't know what this is. You just can't panic. And Helix says, I have metabolic dysfunction, tolerating other people than who is in the community dysfunction. Thanks for answering my rice questions. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, Aaron said it's 90 where he is today. Ketogenic Geek is in the house. Mr. Chris, see, look at that. Look at that. It's the Meat Life shirt. There we go. There's the shirt, the KetoSimple.shop. Okay. Okay. And Chris will be at Meatstock next year. PG says, I dislike the heat very much. I don't want to go outside when it gets above 80. I understand. Unless we're going to the pool. If we're going to the pool, then I'm okay. And Helix says, Meatstock in Nashville sounds fun. Of course, I want to go, but with the semi and a social stuff, yeah, I understand that too. Like, my social battery only lasts so long. And if I don't have a place where I can go and recharge that, that's one thing about the way Keto Palooza was set up before is my hotel room was in the hotel of the conference. So I could just pop upstairs. And recharge my batteries and then go back downstairs again. But now this year with Keto Palooza being off-site from the hotel, ooh, I don't know. It's gonna be one of those things. Yeah, Evelyn took Flat Dustin with me when you couldn't be there. I love that so very much. And Robin says, my weight is maintaining, which is great. I really do. I really need to do some challenges for myself and do some experiments. Jenny Minich inspired me there. Yeah. Jenny Minich is great. Maybe you'll do some vlogging too. That'll be fun too. Okay, yeah, the best keto chow. I like chocolate. I like the pecan sticky bun, like vanilla. They have a newer vanilla, like a vanilla cream. That's pretty good. Butterscotch. I really like butterscotch. That's a good hot flavor for me. I liked the birthday cake, but I have some, but they don't make it anymore, unfortunately. And Aaron's asking where in Indiana. I'm in central Indiana near Brownsburg. So like central to the left. And Chris says he likes a 50-50 mix of chocolate and strawberry. I haven't tried that yet. I need to. Sounds delicious. Has anybody ever tried a mix of keto chow, banana, and chocolate? Their banana and their chocolate, and how does that taste? I remember one of when now, depending on where in the country you live, we have, I'm just getting a note here. Hold on a second. All right, well, you can say hi, but you can't be on camera. There's her hand saying hello to everybody. No, don't be on camera. I have to beat you up. Yeah. She wants to be on camera so bad. Yes. But when we have, what do we have? What is it called? Rallies and checkers. We have rallies, and in some parts of the country they have checkers. And rallies came out with these side-by-side shakes, and so you could go in there and order like a chocolate and a banana. That was so good. I mean, that's been 20 years ago. She sent me a Christmas card too. There we go. All right, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I love the shirt. It's a great shirt. Yeah, I drink hot coffee every day. I usually only get iced coffee when I'm out and about. There was a point in time during the pandemic where I was making cold brew coffee, but I was drinking like 2.5 gallons a week. That's not a good thing. That was a lot. Yeah, and Aaron says, I think if you find your spot on the spectrum, you don't snack. And some people won't, but some people will. Some people are going to snack. They're going to eat pork rinds. They're going to do whatever. They're going to have purse bacon. They're going to do whatever they need to do. And I don't really think I mean, if that's where you need to be and do that as long as you need to, you're good. You know what I mean? I'm cutting out soda, and I'm doing the best that I can. But I have a few of these Ghost 7-Ups left. This is like one of the best flavors they've ever released. It's so good. It actually reminds me of like old school 7-Up. You know? Jeremiah's in the house. Hello, my friend. I was talking about my buddy Jeremiah. He got me a 12-pack of the Liquid Death Gilbert grape flavor. I've only had one of those so far, but it was delicious. So good. Even my daughter liked it. She thought it was pretty darn good. Hopefully that'll help me get myself off of sodas. So, PG is asking, what does Salty use in their mix? So let me go ahead and see if I can find the ingredient. I'm going to pull it up because I can't read that. It's too dark in here. Let's see. Oh, that's so very sweet. Thank you, Grandma. Grandma and Holly and Minowa and Aaron Booby Goats and Horizon Crochet. Thank you all so very much for just coming in and doing a raid. I appreciate that so very much. It's a grandma raid. I love that. It's so awesome. And Squeaky Monkey Coconut and Isabel. Love it, love it, love it. You guys are so great. I'm pulling up the Salty website here to see what we've got going on here. Because I'm blind. All right. Product details. Nutrition facts. The ingredients are solar sea salt. Let's see. Solar sea salts contain sodium chloride and a magnesium chloride, malic acid, potassium chloride, stevia leaf extract, natural flavors, and acacia gum. So they're using acacia gum instead of maltodextrin. And one of the things that I have learned from Chris, the owner of Keto Chow and Salty, is the fact that they use a very quality stevia. Stevia is in the ragweed family, so people who have allergies to ragweed oftentimes have issues with stevia, but I have known people that have a severe ragweed allergy but can still drink Salty and the stevia does not bother them. So again, if you are severely allergic to ragweed, then you probably have come across stevia. Some stevias to me taste very, very bitter. I have no issues with the sweetener used, the stevia leaf extract that they use in Salty. It doesn't bother me. It's not bitter. There's a lot of products out there that are highly regarded that still taste very bitter to me. Like Keto Brick tastes bitter to me. But I appreciate that. Oh, that I love that whole thing about, yeah, the raid. I love that. And Lance says something below 500 milligrams does not have to be listed in the ingredients. Now with Element, it's going to fall under the natural flavors because, again, the reason it's in there is because of the natural flavors. Because it's also depends on the amount that's in there. So like with some of those products, like when it comes to like the with the packets, like the yellow packet, the blue packet, the pink packet, those things have a majority of that whole packet is the maltodextrin. So that's the issue there. So yes, if the entirety of the packet is maltodextrin, then it's going to be listed. But again, because it's less than half a gram, and because it falls under the natural flavors, it falls under natural flavors. And I have a video about natural flavors also, because that's a whole other ball of wax and what the FDA requires, what can fall under natural flavors, what can't, and all that fun stuff. So yeah. Yeah, the maltodextrin is considered a binding agent and helps make liquids into a powder. That's really what it comes down to. And Helix tagged me in the story on Instagram. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And Shauna says, sorry, my brain is tired. I understand that. My brain's tired all the time. And PJ says, thank you for sharing your knowledge. 100%, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And Aaron used to live in Carmel, Indiana. Okay. We get up there every once in a while, not very often. It's on the other side of town from us, like 40 to 45 minutes. Our oldest son's moving away from Carmel, and he's moving into, they just bought their clothes on their house today. One of our kids owns a house. How crazy is that? Our little kid owns a house. Whoo! Are you crying? Yeah. No? Okay. Well, I'd try harder. You can hear the lady over there. She's home. But she doesn't love you enough to come say hi. That's fine. Oh, well, there's that. She said that she is no longer, she's not clothed right now. So there's that. So YouTube protocol prohibits her from being on screen.
Well, her own self prohibits her from being.
You know what? No one cares about your rules. And everyone's saying hello to the girl that her hand was on screen. I tried to too, but it's hard for me to be mean to her. You know what? I'm a softie. It's fine. And Helix said at Meatstock, I really needed a different spot to watch all the public speakers. I was on schizo high, as I call it. Wasn't having a full-blown attack that happened on the way home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just that kind of event, even for someone who's outgoing like me, would be a lot. 6,000 people is a lot. Now, granted, I'm not anybody of any real significance in the community. I mean, and I say that lightly, and I don't mean to demean myself, but what I mean is I'm not Dr. Barry. I'm not Sean Baker. I'm not, any of those people who, like, where they walked in, everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows who they are. And it's not I'm just me, and I'm okay with that. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy, buddy. Okay, buddy? I'm just a guy. Thanks, babe. And Helix says, snacking for me, I finally got over snacking on cheese and cottage cheese, though. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, some days are better than others. But I mean, if you're snacking and you're reaching for string cheese or pepperoni, I mean, it could be worse. You could be reaching for Snicker bars and Oreo cookies. There's like this group chat that gets made into music for some weird reason. I guess they have a big, huge YouTube channel that I didn't realize was a thing. It's not my cup of tea, but now they have this group chat thing that's hilarious. And they're like, I don't feel good. My stomach hurts. Like, what did you do? He's like, I had these pancakes and they had like chocolate on them. And then he's like, I had a bunch of Takis and then I ate a whole container of Oreos. And I'm like, he's reliving where we were when we were 30, 29. Like when we got together when we were 31. And we were Oreo cooking it up and eating ice cream every night. It was rough. That's where we were. I hear a whisper. It was delicious. We've come a long way. We've come a long way. I mean, we're 47 now. I made a little video. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I was just at the checkout line. And one of the wins for me, and maybe you guys can think about this and think about it a little bit, but one of the wins for me was when I look at like the rack at the checkout line, that's all the candy bars, and I look at it and nothing jumps out at me like, you need that. And it's like, and not even is there any like panic? I can't have that. There's no longing anymore. And I look at it and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. But there was a point where I did look at that and I would buy 2 candy bars just to eat. That was what I ate from the time I got in the car at the grocery store till I got home to unload the groceries to make dinner. Because I would get that low feeling. I would get that low, like I haven't eaten today feeling. And I'm like, oh, my blood sugar seems low. Which was weird because I hadn't eaten all day. But I mean, you figure at that point, like, how diabetic was I to where, like, me not eating at all for like 24 hours, I didn't feel the low feeling until 24 hours? That's messed up. But now I am able to look at that little section there with the Snickers and the Kit Kats and all that, and I don't have the desire, the longing, the FOMO, if you will. Like, why can't I buy that for myself? That's gone, and I think that's a huge win. And the fact that I would rather have string cheese or pepperoni or put some hot dogs in the air fryer than have chocolate bars. String cheese with salami is delicious. I don't know if you can hear her. Probably not. But that's delicious. And Sean's out of here. He had to go to bed. He has to get up early. And Angie says Silver Star. I love it. I don't know what Silver Star is, but thank you so much. I don't know if it's showing up on the thing or not. I don't know.
I'm saying a fast eye.
There's the lady. Hello.
Hi, guys.
She's making a rare Tuesday entrance.
I need to go hang out with a girl. She just told me she's got 10 minutes and I need to go hang out in her room for 10 minutes before bedtime. I am exhausted. I played pickleball in, I don't know how hot it was.
You're radiating heat.
Yeah.
She's usually freezing to death.
It was like 100 degrees today and we still played pickleball and my body is done. So I'm going to go hang out in the kids' room. Have a great night.
Love you.
Happy early 4th.
Yes, you can hear it. Well, we can hear the 4th of July going strong outside with fireworks. And everybody with the raid. I love it. It's when a group chat all leaves their chat and comes here. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Jabberjin and everybody. You guys are amazing. Thank you. John Beatty is here. Hello, John. Yeah, salty is about as clean as it gets. I mean, it's about as clean as if you just get a scoop of magnesium, a scoop of potassium, and a scoop of sodium and throw it into a water. It's going to taste. I made that myself before. It tastes like pool water. It doesn't taste like pool water. That's such better. I've made my own electrolytes and it tastes like pool water. I love the Super Ray. That's so much fun. Thank you all so much. Yeah, the clean slate. I usually keep the clean slate on hand, especially in the summertime. Very important. I don't know what this... Let me see if I can scroll up and see what this is. Silver Star. Let's see. Okay, so Angie sent jewels. Okay, so it doesn't show up on my on my dashboard over here with EV Mux. I had to go and look at it. So she's sending little jewels. That's awesome. I love that too. That's so cool. Thank you. Aaron says, very complicated video I'm going to make tonight. 3 eggs of a chicken, the milk of a cow turned into cheese, and the belly of a pig combined into one dish. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Love that. Sounds delicious. And Terry Girl says, I'm a late raider. Hey, Dustin, love you. Love you too. Thank you. Glad to see you, Terry. Gotta watch her. She's a troublemaker, though. And Shauna made bacon and eggs in her air fryer. She sent me a pic. Oh, right. I'll look at that in a little bit. Thank you so much. And everybody says, we love you, Chandra, but she's already out of the room. Diane had to wait a minute for peace in the raid. Well, thank you so much for being here, Diane. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Patience is a virtue. Very much so. Patience is very important. And Chris says, I've been using mineral sparkling water with my electrolytes. I've tried that a little bit. I don't know how I feel about it. Don't know. Whenever I hear spa water, all I can think of is a bunch of old guys in a hot tub. I'm down to be an old guy in a hot tub. I don't mind being an old guy in a hot tub. You know what I mean? Charlie's here. Hey, Dustin and everybody. Hey, Charlie. Charlie is the best around. All right. I think we have kind of gotten to the point where I think we're going to go ahead and start winding things down so you guys can go over and check out the fun that is Miriam and Chris, if they're even doing a live. I'm not even sure. Let me double check and see if they're doing a live. I don't even know for sure. I don't think that they're doing a live tonight. Let's see. I don't see it. Oh, they are live right now. They're live right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll say goodbye. Here in just a couple of seconds, we'll say goodbye so you guys can go over to them because that's so very important that we show love to Chris and Miriam. Let me see if I can go ahead and get some information so you guys can go right over there. Just take me just a second here. There we go. Save. So when this live ends, all you got to do is head on over and visit with Chris and Miriam and say hello. Tell them that Dustin sent you. Keto Simple, that is. And Terry says, I told my husband, no more hot tub for him. When you get old, that hot water gets sketchy. You know what? I'm into it. I'm into hot water. I don't know. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. Let's go ahead. And I just got a little bit of things here. Let's see. Make sure. Yeah, I just want you guys to, I hope that you guys give your permission to move forward instead of looking backwards. This community isn't here to judge your setbacks. As we're here to celebrate your willingness to keep showing up. Thank you for spending your Tuesday evening with me. And again, Emily, I haven't forgotten about your email. If you see this in the replay, I hopefully will have replied to you within the next 24 hours or so. I promise that I'll be getting back to you soon. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to Grandma and all of the wonderful people that did the raid. Thank you for all my members. I have the credits all fixed and ready to go for you guys to see. So you'll see that in just a couple of minutes. Here goes the credits for everybody. I love each and every one of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And we'll see you all real soon, everybody.